the entire opposition has once again proven that in their politics of opportunism, they are more than willing to sacrifice Indian nationalism on the altar of power. But ladies and gentlemen, as a network that believes and swears by the nation and nationalism, we must take them on. Today at an all-party meeting, the DMK and many other parties proposed a ridiculous suggestion to freeze India's highest legislative authority, the Indian Parliament's delimitation, for another 30 years. Based on a 53-year-old number, 1971 census. A census conducted 24 years back will now dictate the proportionate representation of the Indian electorate till 2055. So they are saying that the population of India should be frozen between 1971 and 2055. So when someone born in the year 1971, ladies and gentlemen, in 2055, that person will be 84 years old. That's when the population should be reviewed again after 84 years. These are talking in the age of AI. They're talking about this kind of rubbish. This is the genius idea of the think tank called the India Alliance that came up with the brilliance called Jitni Abadi Utna Haq, they said. As per the population, there should be rights. They have turned the Parliament of India into a North versus South issue. They want to divide this country on the line of caste, language, North, South, anything. All that Rahul Gandhi wants to do and Robert Vadra wants to do is to divide the country. They want to break the country so that their political dynasty can have the biggest share of the pie and they can come to power again and make a lot of money. That's the bitter truth. To them, I have only one thing to say. The sword of federalism cannot be wielded at the expense of the founding principles of democracy. What is this absurd notion of equity that is most blind to the basic right in a democracy, the right to an equal vote? If you have forgotten, let me tell you 5 reasons why the resolution that you have passed today is an absurd understanding of Indian democracy. Reason 1, please listen to me. Delimitation is a pro-constitution exercise. It is enshrined in the Constitution under Article 82. It is a law made by the Parliament of India. Let me repeat, a law made by the Parliament of India and not by an all-party meeting or a state assembly resolution that will dictate the delimitation exercise of the nation. So your resolution means nothing because this is a subject of the Parliament to legislate. And under Article 170, it has been decided that seats will increase with every census. Now, we can't change the basics of this country's democracy. Reason number 2, the 1976 freeze, it was a mistake. The kick the can down the road approach by 25 to 30 years is the precise reason we are in this mess to begin with. The facts are these. Someone born in 1976 will be 48, 49 years old today. The person's age is not static. As the person moves into middle age, why would the country's population stay frozen? The 1976 freeze on Lok Sabha seats was an act of desperation by a despotic emergency period Indira Gandhi government that had polarized the entire country against her by imposing the emergency. And India till 2055 cannot suffer the political mistakes of the Sanjay Gandhi Vadra Congress since the emergency. And that brings me to reason number 3, which is that stopping delimitation is against democracy. The pro-democracy brigade, the pro-Jitni Abadi Utna Haq brigade will have to understand that stopping delimitation is against democracy. The people who want to freeze the delimitation exercise want to tell the people of other states that their vote does not matter. Why should it not matter? Does Stalin have the courage to look into the eyes of the 23 crore people of Uttar Pradesh and tell them that people of Uttar Pradesh, your votes don't matter? Because Tamil Nadu is a richer state with a smaller population. Can Akhilesh do that in UP? Can Tejasvi do that in Bihar? The fact is, reason number 4, which is very important, which is that in federalism, equality and equity both matter. One means treating all as the same, and the other means accommodating for special needs. On both these parameters, the fundamental right to equality is clear. No Indian can be treated as different from the other. Which brings me to reason number 5, and I have said this many times. India is not a negotiation. Don't make it one. The idea of India as a union transcends the sum of its parts, transcends its states and transcends its union territories. Unlike a loose confederation where states bargain for power and there are wars and battles because of it, India's constitution clearly establishes a strong union government while granting states specific autonomies under a federal network, a federal framework. The emphasis is on specific. Here is the bottom line. Ultimately, India's sovereignty lies with its 1.45 billion people, not its separate 28 states and 8 union territories as negotiating entities. This is what Rahul Gandhi wants to turn India into. He wants to say, let's keep negotiating, let's keep fighting, let's keep breaking apart, and then the Congress party and the Vadra family will be back in power to take the money away from this country, to squeeze the country, to cheat the country. This balance is not up for perpetual renegotiation. The nation is a settled principle enshrined in the Constitution, which defines India as a union of states in Article 1. So next time when you utter the word federalism, remember this: India's unity depends on all regions accepting their role in the national fabric, not leveraging their presence to resist population-based adjustments. And viewers, my last point tonight, and I'll say it straight. Let people with the knowledge and IQ of Rahul Gandhi and Kamal Haasan not mislead you on issues regarding the nation and the Constitution.